All right, let's dive right in. The UK is moving to digital visas, and let's be honest, figuring out a new system can be a bit of a headache. So today, we're going to walk through every single step of creating your UK Visas and Immigration account, your UKVI account, and linking your new eVisa. We're going to make this whole thing super simple and clear. Let's get to it. So, first things first, what even is a UKVI account and why do you absolutely need one? Well, think of it as the new digital key to your entire immigration status. If you have any kind of permission to be in the UK, this account is going to be essential for you. Your UKVI account is basically your personal, secure online hub. This is the place where you'll go to see your eVisa, which is your digital proof of your right to be here. You'll also use it to update things like your address or passport details, and maybe most importantly, to generate a share code to prove your right to work or rent. It's your one-stop shop for managing everything.
Okay, before we actually start clicking buttons, let's get our ducks in a row to make this as smooth as possible. First, you're going to need your identity document, so either your passport or your biometric residence permit. You'll also need access to your email, and of course, have your phone nearby because you'll be getting some security codes sent to you. Got all that? Perfect. Let's begin.
The very first screen you'll see asks who the account is for. Now, for pretty much everyone watching this, you're going to be selecting Me. The Someone Else option is really just for specific cases, like if you're a parent setting this up for a child or an advisor helping out a client.
Next up, you'll enter your name. This sounds simple, I know, but you have to be super precise here. Your given names and your surname must match what's on your passport or BRP exactly as it's written. This is no place for nicknames.
And the exact same rule applies right here for your country of nationality. Just use the official country name just as it appears on your document. All this information is basically used by the system to match you with the details the Home Office already has on file.
Okay, now you'll choose the document you're using to prove who you are. While you might see an option for a biometric residence permit, honestly, for most people setting up a brand new account, a valid passport is the simplest and most straightforward choice.
Time to punch in your passport details. Go ahead and flip your passport open to that main photo page. You'll find the passport number and the country of issue right there. A little tip, double-check that number for any letters that might look like numbers, like an O and a 0 or an I and the number 1.
Next up is your date of birth. This one's pretty straightforward. Just make sure you enter it in the day, month, and then year format.
Now, this next step is really important for your account's security. You're going to provide the email address you want to use to sign in. It has to be a secure email that you check all the time, because every single time you log in, they're going to send a new security code right to that inbox.
And here's what that looks like in action. The website will ask you for a code, and almost instantly an email with a 6-digit number will pop up in your inbox. You'll need to enter that code to prove you actually own the email address. Just a heads up, the code expires in 10 minutes, so you gotta be pretty quick about it. And just for an extra layer of security, the system does the exact same thing with your phone number. You'll get a text message with another 6-digit code. Just pop that into the box, and that's your phone verified.
At this point, you've got a choice. You can decide if you want to grant access to your account to another person, like a spouse, a parent, or maybe an immigration advisor who's helping you out. This is totally optional, so if you want to be the only one with access, you just select No and move on.
Okay, stop for a second. This screen is probably the most important one so far. You need to pause and review every single detail here. And pay close attention to that warning at the bottom. Your document number and your date of birth will become your sign-in details. If you make a typo here, you could actually get locked out of your own account. So check it once and then check it again.
And success! Once you hit that button, you have officially created your UKVI account. So congratulations! But we're not quite finished. Now we have to actually link your visa to it.
So, to get back into your brand new account, you'll start the sign-in process. It's just going to ask you which identity document you used when you created the account, which for most of us is going to be our passport.
Now, this next part is actually kind of cool. You'll need to download a specific app called UK Immigration ID Check onto your smartphone. And this app uses your phone's camera to scan the chip in your passport, and then it scans your face to biometrically confirm that you really are who you say you are.
Once the app confirms your identity, you are on the home stretch. The very last step is linking your immigration status. You'll be prompted to enter your visa application number. That's that GWF, or Global Web Form number from when you applied. Just enter that, and your eVisa will finally appear right there in your account.
And there you have it. As you can see, the process is pretty detailed, and it really does require you to pay close attention at every single stage. When it's something as important as your immigration status, getting every little detail right is absolutely non-negotiable.
And while plenty of people navigate this process on their own, that pressure to get it perfect can be pretty stressful. That's why some people choose to work with experts. For instance, Tamara Lopez shared her story, saying how a broad scope helped her get her eVisa on time even after she was initially denied. That kind of expert support can just provide so much peace of mind.
That level of success really comes down to paying attention to every last detail. Services like Visas Abroad and a broad scope, well, they can achieve approval rates of 99% because they pre-check applications and guide you through each step, catching those little errors that could lead to huge delays or even denials.
So here's the key takeaway. You now have all the steps you need to confidently create your UKVI account all by yourself. But if you'd rather just skip the stress and have an expert make sure everything is perfect, services like Visas Abroad are out there to make the whole process easier so you can just focus on your journey. Thanks so much for watching.